I went to see this movie with zero expectations. Fighter may be one of the first films in India based on aerial warfare, but as you know, there have been several films made on this topic in the West, with Tom Cruise's Top Gun being the most popular among them. Recently released, Top Gun Maverick grossed over $1 billion at the global box office, so I was quite skeptical that Fighter might heavily draw inspiration or even copy from Top Gun. After Siddharth Anand's War and Pathaan, this is his third action film, and in my opinion, it's perhaps his best action film so far. One thing I've noticed about Siddharth Anand's films is that his vision for action sequences has always been grand, but perhaps due to budget constraints, he couldn't fully achieve it. However, the VFX or special effects in this film completely support his vision. One of the biggest reasons for this might also be that the visual effects of Fighter were done by DNEG, one of the world's leading visual effects and animation studios, which has previously worked on films like The Dark Knight Rises, Interstellar, Inception, and Dunkirk. It's obvious that all the aerial combat scenes throughout the film are incredibly impressive. If the fighter jet scenes didn't look as awesome or realistic, this film would never have had such a huge impact. I'm 100% sure that after watching this film, many young people will consider joining the Indian Air Force. Except for Hrithik, the other lead characters like Deepika Padukone, Anil Kapoor, and Karan Singh Grover all get equal space in the film to shine. However, the camaraderie between the officers in the film feels somewhat copied from Top Gun. Last year, we talked a lot about comebacks like SRK and the Dayal family, but I think Anil Kapoor is actually reinventing himself. From Animal to now Fighter, he is doing some absolutely amazing work. The dialogues in the film were super cheesy and cringe-worthy, but the way Hrithik delivered them made them sound awesome. Thanks to his acting and dialogue delivery, even the worst dialogue seemed great in the theater. Everyone in my theater got pumped, cheered, and clapped during those dialogues. There were a few over-the-top action sequences, especially in the climax scene, where Hrithik's character, Paddy, seemed almost like a superhero with the stunts he pulled off. Surprisingly, I'm okay with and actually enjoyed those scenes in the theater. I think it's more acceptable for me to see Indian Army officers portrayed as superheroes rather than some random fake dinosaur in every other action film. One thing that I didn't appreciate much in the movie is how the CRPF Jawans were portrayed. While all the Air Force officers looked like models, the CRPF Jawan who appeared for a few minutes in the movie seemed a bit unfit, unhealthy, and unattentive, acting less intelligent compared to the Air Force officers. It felt like they were portrayed as a bunch of amateurs. I found this portrayal quite concerning and wondered why it was depicted in such a manner. But again, I also loved the sequence in the climax where the commandos captured the enemy base and rescued a captured officer. It wasn't just about the hero stealing the show, the commando sequence was also well choreographed and engaging. Yes, towards the end, it obviously became the classic hero versus villain scenario. They were engaged in hand-to-hand combat in the middle of the war, with neither of them getting hit by a single bullet, which makes absolutely no sense. But hey, it's a Bollywood film after all. I guess it's just one of those cinematic liberties taken in masala films. Despite that, it looked awesome, so I can't complain too much. Some people might find the second half a little dragged or slow, but personally, I liked it. I think it was important for character development and to delve deeper into the emotions of the characters, showing how they react in moments of emotional turmoil. Another reason why I loved those scenes was because of the background music, especially the one with Arijit Singh's voice. I don't think they've released it yet on YouTube or any other music platform. I can't wait to listen to it again. Before wrapping up, I want to mention one last thing. This movie could have been significantly better if they had chosen a stronger villain. The actor who played the villain did a great job in terms of acting, that much was evident. However, I feel he just wasn't the right fit for this movie. He couldn't provide the kind of challenge Hrithik's character needed, unlike the dynamic between Jim and SRK in Pathaan. That's the video, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Drunken Movies. I'm Brian, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more awesome reviews like this. Peace out.